Have you ever stopped to wonder if the shade of your blouse could actually make you disappear in a crowd, or even make you look less polished than you truly are? It sounds surprising, but it happens more often than you'd think. Certain tones simply don't serve us well. They dull our natural spark, flatten our appearance, and suggest something we never intended to communicate. Think about the times you tried on an outfit, glanced at yourself, and felt off. Not ugly, just dimmed, like your reflection had misplaced its usual vitality. And deep down, you knew it wasn't about age lines or silver strands. The culprit? Color. The wrong hues can drain the skin, cheapen an ensemble, and quietly erase the energy you carry. This isn't criticism, it's liberation. What we're talking about today has nothing to do with trends or tossing your entire wardrobe. It's about recognizing the quiet signals your clothes send and reclaiming control over that narrative. After 60, undertones shift, hair texture softens, and shades that once looked radiant can suddenly leave us looking worn out. That's not a flaw, it's just biology. But the right shades do the opposite. They lift, energize, and showcase the woman you are. And trust me, people notice. More importantly, you notice. We're going to examine 7 shades that can unintentionally add years, strip away elegance, or lower confidence, and then explore what to wear instead. This is about grace, self-respect, and dressing in a way that affirms your presence. Let's begin with a common misstep: muddy brown. Many choose it believing it's safe, versatile, and neutral. Yet the dusty, grayish version, similar to dried mud, robs an outfit of charm. Close to the face, it makes skin appear lackluster and the whole look feel lifeless. Swap that cardigan for mocha, caramel, or cinnamon, and suddenly you radiate warmth and intention. Another tricky shade? Faded black. Once hailed as the ultimate solution, slimming, chic, timeless, it loses impact as it washes out. A tired black tee looks more like charcoal, highlighting shadows and fine lines. By contrast, a deep, structured black blouse in silk or ponte knit conveys power, poise, and self-assurance. That's the hidden truth of color. It can either lift you into focus or quietly diminish your glow. You deserve hues that enhance your resilience, wisdom, and vitality, not ones that pull you into the background. Once black loses its richness, it changes character entirely. What was once sleek and commanding turns flat, almost heavy without substance. That is why faded black often works against us. It burdens the look without offering definition or radiance. Many women lean too heavily on black in later years. It feels safe, it conceals, it simplifies decisions. Yet when it becomes the only choice, something essential gets lost: expression. Instead of projecting confidence, we risk vanishing into the background. That isn't refinement, that's retreat. This isn't about eliminating black from your wardrobe. Far from it. Black can still be striking and sophisticated if worn wisely. The key is depth and quality. Choose saturated shades in fabrics that hold their strength: satin, crepe, velvet, ponte. Skip worn cotton or jersey unless you're committed to refreshing them regularly. Bring brightness back with luminous jewelry, pearls, silver, or statement earrings. Balance the intensity with a vivid lip, a colorful scarf, or a polished handbag. And above all, learn to say goodbye to tired pieces. If you adore black slimming qualities but crave something softer on mature skin, explore alternatives. Charcoal, chic yet gentler; navy, lively and flattering; espresso, warm and grounding. Each carries elegance without draining your natural glow. The point is simple: don't accept faded reflections of yourself. Clothing should illuminate you, not conceal you. Now let's shift to another deceptive culprit: white. When crisp and luminous, white can be a woman's strongest ally after 60. It suggests clarity, grace, and timeless appeal. But once that brightness dulls, the story changes. A blouse that drifts toward beige, a sweater with subtle yellowing, or collars shadowed by age all signal neglect rather than polish. Color psychology links pure white with purity and refinement, yet when it darkens even slightly, it loses that symbolism. It no longer whispers elegance, but weariness. Faded white emphasizes shadows, dulls teeth, and robs skin of its vitality. Common culprits include deodorant residue, body oils, poor storage, over-bleaching, or simply time itself. The solution? Choose wisely. Optic white for vibrancy, ivory for gentle warmth, oyster for understated chic. Care for beloved pieces with thoughtful laundering. Oxygen cleaners, bluing agents, even lemon rinses can restore freshness. These shades bounce light back to your face and communicate self-care. Because clothes don't need to cost a fortune to elevate you. They only need to be deliberate. Outdated whites or dingy creams quietly sabotage elegance. Before you wear them, ask, does this garment reflect the brightness I still carry? The truth about neon shades is that they rarely flatter mature complexions. Their sharp contrast highlights lines, shadows, and uneven undertones, drawing attention where we least want it. That lime green tank top that once looked playful may now appear jarring, or worse, suggest you're trying too hard to reclaim youth. When clothing feels like it's competing with you rather than complementing you, the impression can easily slip into that dreaded word, outdated. Color specialists explain that neon hues symbolize urgency, rebellion, and raw energy. That's why they dominate safety gear and party wear for teenagers, not the runways of refined fashion houses. Here's the real lesson. Popular doesn't always equal enduring. Neon is inherently fleeting. It wasn't designed to age well or elevate a wardrobe. It was made to grab attention, then fade. Among the most unforgiving offenders, highlighter yellow, which saps even glowing skin, electric pink, which collides with silver hair and exaggerates unevenness, neon green, which can feel cartoonish against mature tones. These shades don't just steal the spotlight, they overshadow your presence. The antidote? Richer, more grounded versions of those same families. If you're drawn to yellow, look for mustard, goldenrod, or buttercream, warm and joyful without harshness. Love pink. Choose roseberry or blush for a confident yet soft effect. Prefer green, olive, sage, or emerald bring depth and elegance. The secret isn't abandoning color, but refining your relationship with it. After 60, vibrance should feel assured, not forced. Neon screams for attention. True elegance speaks softly yet is never ignored. Now, let's turn to another tricky family. Gray. Often seen as safe, versatile, and sophisticated, it has the potential to elevate, but only in the right shade. The wrong version, flat gray, resembles concrete, cold, plain, and lifeless. Worn near the face, it drains skin tone, flattens energy, and makes outfits forgettable. It can even echo uniforms or hospital attire, which is hardly the image of a lively, multifaceted woman. Flat gray feels neutral, but it offers nothing in return. It fails to highlight, to warm, or to polish. And when our natural coloring lightens with age, wearing a shade with equal lack of contrast risks making us disappear. Better choices? Heather gray, softly merled with texture. Greige, that chic blend of gray and beige. Charcoal, dramatic without being harsh. Warm taupe, subtly glowing and refined. These shades enhance rather than erase. They let your inner calm, wisdom, and vitality show through. Because style should never render you invisible. Flat gray may whisper safety, but you were made to be seen. Picture a pastel that feels more like chalk than color. A powdery pink, a lavender dulled by gray, or a mint that looks faded instead of fresh. These washed-out tones, tinged with ashy undertones, appear gentle on paper but rarely translate well on mature skin. Here's why. With age, our natural pigments soften. Skin, lips, and hair lose some depth. That's not a flaw, it's simply nature. But when muted pastels are layered on top of already subtle coloring, the result is draining. Even after a restful night, your reflection may look weary, your eyes less defined, your complexion flat. We often lean toward these shades because they feel safe, polite, appropriate. Yet safe doesn't always equal stylish. Clothing should honor your vitality, not camouflage it like wallpaper. That doesn't mean pastels are off-limits. It just means you need the right versions. Choose clear, luminous pastels, rosy pinks that carry warmth, lilac with a hint of blue that brightens cooler undertones, fresh aqua or seafoam instead of dull sage, and peachy corals that add glow without being overwhelming. These alternatives remain feminine and soft, but instead of draining, they revive your presence. A subtle shift in tone can illuminate your entire look. The key question isn't, is this a nice color? But rather, does this shade make me look alive? When chosen with intention, pastels can be elegant allies. But the wrong muted tones risk sending messages of fragility or fatigue, and your life story deserves stronger lighting than that. Now let's move into another silent style trap, the overly matched outfit. Head-to-toe sameness, shoes to earrings, bag to blouse, once signaled refinement. Today, it often reads as stiff, dated, or overdone. Instead of enhancing your features, a perfectly coordinated look erases contrast, flattens dimension, and can even mute your personality. Why do we default to it? Many of us grew up when rules dictated matching purses with shoes and scarves with skirts. But fashion, like us, has evolved. True elegance now lies in harmony, not rigid duplication. Try variation within the same family. Navy trousers with a light blue blouse and silver jewelry, olive pants paired with a creamy top and mustard earrings, or a rose blouse with wine-toned trousers and understated shoes. The effect is refined, but far more dynamic. Matching every detail, even lipstick to nails, doesn't whisper sophistication, it shouts. Modern elegance allows breathing room. It values intention over uniformity. Because you are not a set formula, you're a masterpiece, still unfolding. Habit 1. Choosing childish shades without refinement. There is nothing wrong with loving color. Vibrancy brings joy. But many women unintentionally undermine their elegance by reaching for hues that feel juvenile. Bubblegum pink, acid green, cartoon-like purple. These tones belong in a toy aisle, not in a sophisticated wardrobe. Instead of communicating vitality, they can appear costume-like or overly forced, often reducing the perceived quality of the entire outfit. The solution is simple. Embrace evolved versions of playful tones. Swap crayon yellow for golden mustard, sky blue for cornflower, and Barbie pink for raspberry or rosewood. These adjustments keep the fun but elevate the finish. Habit 2. Overloading with loud colors. Even style enthusiasts sometimes stumble into wearing too many strong hues at once. The effect is similar to being shouted at from every direction, overwhelming, restless, and without focus. When saturated shades compete, the look stops feeling curated and begins to feel inexpensive. Color itself isn't the problem. Imbalance is. The secret is anchoring. Let one bold shade take the lead, then ground it with neutrals, navy, ivory, camel, or beige. That way, the outfit feels intentional, not chaotic. Habit 3. Ignoring undertones. A blouse may fit perfectly and still betray you if the shade clashes with your skin. The wrong undertone dulls your eyes, flattens your features, and makes you look fatigued. Price or quality won't save it. After 60, we can't afford draining colors. We need tones that energize us. The good news is that undertones give clues. If your veins appear greenish and gold jewelry suits you, warm palettes, earthy reds, olive, terracotta, are your allies. If your veins look bluish and silver flatters you, cool palettes, berries, true blues, crisp grays, lift you best. A professional color analysis, or even online tools, can provide a personalized palette that pays off every single day. Here's the truth. This isn't about rules for rules' sake. It's about identity. Each time you dress, you're not simply covering your body. You're expressing your worth. Colors tell stories. They shape how others perceive you and, more importantly, how you perceive yourself. Muted browns, tired whites, or chaotic neons say, "I've settled." Vibrant hues that complement your complexion say, "I respect myself." And when you carry that respect, your energy shifts. You walk taller, radiate confidence, and the world responds in kind. So, ask yourself, which color in your closet drags you down, and which one makes you feel alive? Share it below. And if this conversation sparked reflection, please like, share, and subscribe. Because you deserve style that honors the woman you are today, and the woman you're still becoming.